Okay, hey everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a Minecraft Spotlight review, or just a Minecraft review for the newest update. So let's get started with it. I have this world already made to show off the update, and it's just going to show almost all the features that are here. First off, we want to talk about the new launcher. There's the new launcher that they've been talking about, which at first I did not think that would be a good idea, but then after getting it and looking into it, I'm actually very happy with it. And one of the things with the new launcher is it lets you pick what version, like if you want to run a snapshot or like a different type of version of Minecraft, it lets you pick which one you want, and it lets you choose the different amount of RAM you have, which isn't necessarily a big deal, but for some people it is. I love all of this features, and I just think it's a very good thing that they added. I'm gonna add, I don't know if it's like how they're dispersing it or whatever, because like I originally just updated and it didn't seem to work. Like the horses and everything of this update didn't show up, even though it said it was in a newer version. So I downloaded a launcher, and I'm gonna put the link in the description, and hopefully that'll work and you'll be able to use that. Okay, and the next part is that deserts are now bigger and better. The thing that they were talking about deserts is that you walk through a desert and there's just like there's a lot of little oases, or just little pockets of water, and they're like very common, and then the desert was just really flat or really weird, and they wanted to make them more realistic. So they're making more of like the sand dunes. They got rid of, I think, either all or most oases, so there'll be like almost no water in the desert, and they just made them bigger and definitely better. So hopefully maybe you'll see more like sand villages. I think those are really cool, and then some other stuff like that we'll see in the next update. Another part is hay, that we can clearly see here. Hay, it moves around just like you would for tree trunks. You see how it's going in different directions all over here, and then you craft it basically as if you were making like a wheat block. You just take a full thing of wheat and boom, you get one hay bale. Boom. So that's hay. And the next part we have is carpet. Now this is like one of my favorite for materials or blocks, because it is really going to change it, because I always like wanting to make carpets, but then you have to use wool, and this makes it so you have to use less wool, plus it's just better like space wise. You can see it pops off the ground a little bit. Now the way you make this is you just take 2 blocks like so, and it'll make 3 of that thing. So if we were to do this for all of it, like here, then we just take this, boom, make some of this carpet, boom, make some of this carpet. And as you can see, I already have some of it here, place it like this, and it turns out fine. The only thing about carpet for now is that you have to make sure that the color of your carpet is the color of the wool you use. Like if you use white wool to make a ton of white carpet, you can't dye the carpet, you can only dye the wool. So if you want colored carpet, make sure you use colored wool. The next thing, which is going to be good for builders, is hardened clay. And basically what you do is you take regular clay, or these clay pieces that you'd get after breaking it somewhere, and you turn it into a clay block. And then when you have these, you take it and you throw them in the furnace. And then if we wait until what we get, we are going to be getting some hardened clay, just like what I'm showing. And then this looks really cool. It honestly, like, it reminds me like kind of, I don't know, almost like a desert, but not like sand, just like dust. Dust is what it kind of reminds me, or sometimes like Mars or something. It's really cool looking, and it'll be cool for like decoration, maybe mountains. If they incorporate, it'd be really cool if the producers of Minecraft could incorporate this into like an actual biome, where they have kind of like, I don't know, a mountainous area made of like this red clay stuff. That'd be cool. And then we have stained clay, which, because it's stained, it comes in tons of different colors. And basically what you're going to do is take the hardened clay and then the dye, and then you can make stained clay. And this is going to be amazing because it basically, think of it like this. If I do this, I can get orange blocks. Okay. Now what I was thinking with this is that rather than just imagine like clay that's colored, imagine it basically like any colored block. Now the default colored block that people use for building is wool. And I love building things out of wool. I wish I could build wool structures like other than just pixel art, because that way like I wouldn't have to worry about like I'd be able to be more creative and you could use colors. The only problem is if you have trolls, they'll light your house on fire, or if you have like lightning that will strike and hit a house or anything, then your whole thing will burn. Or if you want a fireplace, then you have to worry about it getting burned. But with this, you can have all the colors of wool without ever having to actually worry about it getting burned. And because it's still hardened clay, it actually has a much bigger like damage, or it has a much more like damage be able to block. I don't know the exact name, but basically it's like the same as stone. So wool, if a creeper blows up, it's just gonna completely destroy all like the wool. But if it does this, it acts the same as stone, so it'll only get rid of a few blocks, and that'll be much better for building. That's gonna add a lot of like more pixel art and stuff. I can just wait. Coal block. Now basically coal block is simple. You can almost guess. It's 9 coal all around. Okay, and you have a coal block. So this is simple. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but like I don't imagine people using this for decoration. From what I know, you use 9 coal to make this block, but it acts as if there's 10 coal in it. So it's a little bit more efficient than just throwing the coal in your furnace, or so be it. But it also looks kind of cool, so we'll just have to wait and see what people do with that. And it also is helpful with storage, I imagine, because sometimes, like when I'm on multiplayer or something, I'll get a lot of coal. I'll have like 3 or 4 stacks of just 64 coal. So maybe if we make this, then you'll be able to store up some of that space. Not entirely sure. We'll have to see. Now, one of the big things about this Minecraft update is the fact that there are horses, as you can clearly see. Now, the lead is basically bringing us to that, but it's not entirely like the biggest horse thing. It's cool because, as you can see though, it works with these other animals, and I'll have to show you all. Okay, now see, the way you make this is you take it in here, you put the slime ball in the middle, 1 string down here, and this here. And that's gonna make 2 leads. And leads are helpful for catching animals. You use the slime and the string, obviously, which you can get from spiders and slimes. Slimes are gonna spawn like really close to the ground like we are now, because this is a super flat world. And then this is just easy because any creature, you can take it and you can just grab around it. This one already is, and you'll be able to lead it around with this, and then you could tie it to a pole or something like so. And this is great because, you know, for cows or sheep or pigs or so be it, you are able to walk around and do whatever, and you'll come across one and you'll have some wheat in your hand, and you'll try and bring it back with wheat. But at the end of the day, wheat isn't extremely useful because they don't entirely follow it. Like, they'll kind of follow it, they'll get stuck more easy, and like they won't jump over things, they'll start to get lost and wander, and it's just not as useful. But with this, I can just grab it, and you can also have several at once. Like, I can grab 1 lead and I can just go around and hook up, or if I have several leads, I mean, I can go around and I can hook up a pig and a cow and a sheep, and I'll bring them back and tie them to this, which is just a fence post or something else depending on what I want to do. And they don't need to be tame like for horses. If I want to take this horse and I want it to stay right here, boom, now it has to stay here. That's basically what the lead will do, so that'll be super helpful. Plus, slime balls, other than sticky pistons, they're not really useful, and like people don't use a ton of sticky pistons, so like it's kind of better to use it on a lead because you'll be able to actually do more with it. That's at least my opinion. Now, the biggest part of this update, obviously, is horses, and we'll get to the name tags. That's cool too. but the biggest part is the horses. In here, I just took a couple horse spawners and I just spammed them in here just to kind of show off the different types. Like as you see, these two are the same type, but they're different colors. This one actually looks really cool. So does this. There's all kinds of different types. There's two out here which are wearing stuff, but I'll get to that in a second. Basically, if I wanted to tame a horse, I would make sure I have nothing in my hand. And we're going to tame this one because it's white, and it's like Shadowfax. And we're going to click on it, and you're going to bounce around on it, and it'll knock you off. And basically, it'll do this a lot until you actually tame it. And basically, you're just breaking in the horse. And it's going around, and if it bounces you off, you'll see little things, like little black stars, and then if you get it, you'll see hearts. Now see, we got this horse, so now we can check out this and the horse armor. Now if we bounce off real quick, and we go over here, and we grab this saddle, we can put it on our horse. Boom. Now our horse has a saddle. But the biggest part of this update, well, I mean, not the biggest, but the biggest part of the horses is you can add armor. Now, if we go over here, we can see this horse is wearing iron armor. Looks really cool. This one is wearing gold armor. And because this is the one that I caught over here, we're going to put diamond armor on this one. And we can practice riding around to show that off a little. Boom. Diamond armor on the horse. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. It looks kind of cool. I almost kind of like the gold better. Maybe that's a better use for gold, but diamond does look cool, and it's obviously more protection. Now we can just ride this horse around. You can breed the different horses and catch different ones. Some horses are faster than others, so you'll have to just test that out. And then you hold spacebar to jump. You see the little bar at the bottom that registers like how high you jump. And if you go hold it all the way to the orange, oh, I missed it that time, but to the orange, that's when you get the good jump. Boom. These are like some of the better jumps. And then you just do stuff like that. Now that's cool, you get the whole armor, and then you get the horses. The horses are going to be big. One of the things is, there are also donkeys, however. And on this donkey, I tamed him, I put a saddle, but you can also see I put a chest on him. And what you do is if you have a donkey and it's tame and it has a saddle, then basically you just have a chest and you just walk up and you right click it and it adds the chest to the donkey, and then here's the stuff that you can store. And then you'll be able to put stuff in the donkey and ride it around. Now this is good, I think, for maybe if you're traveling to like a different area, or if you want to move houses. This is especially useful. And then you can also use a meal, which you breed a donkey and a horse together and it'll give you a meal, but you can't rebreed the meals. You'll just have to do a horse and a donkey again. And then with those you can also add chests, and they're faster than donkeys and they're a little bit bigger than donkeys, so they're better. And that's just how that goes. Add the chest to the donkey or the mule and you'll get that. Now, one of the last parts I want to cover is the name tag. Now this is found in dungeons, you'll find them in chests, but it can't be created at all, and you need an anvil. And then you take the name tag and you put it in the anvil and it's named name tag. Now if I want to make a horse Shadowfax, just like I was saying, then I would type that in, I'd pull this. And where did my horse go? I have no idea where my horse went. Oh, here he is. So if we go up to him and click on him, then he now has that name tag. And normally, then your name tag would disappear, but I'm in creative, so that's why that's that. Now the thing is, you can also use it to keep things from despawning. Like that horse will never despawn now because it has the name tag on it. And I believe you can use it on this. Like now this slime's name is Shadowfax as well, and it will never despawn. So I don't know particularly why that would be useful for like hostile mobs. All I know is that for horses and donkeys and maybe like the cats or wolves, That's especially useful and fun because you can finally name your creatures like an actual name rather than you just like making it up. Plus, I've also seen lots of playthroughs where people have a ton of animals, and that's great, but then they can't keep track of all the animals' names, and it just gets funny. But like, that would be able to get rid of that problem. So, there you have it. That is the update. I'm just going to go through it all so that everybody knows at the very end. They updated the launcher. You have the RAM and all the different updates. Remember, now we have deserts. You can make hay. You can make carpet. You can make hardened clay. You can make stained clay, the coal blocks. You can use a lead, especially useful. Horses, amazing. Horses are honestly probably going to change the way we play Minecraft, just because it allows you to go way farther, way faster, and it just allows you to carry things with you with like the mules and donkeys. Also, don't forget, like, you have to feed dogs and cats the fish and bones. With the horses, you just feed them hay, and that's just how you give them health. And then the name tags. So that's basically everything, guys. Let me know how you enjoyed this video, and tell me about what your favorite part of Minecraft is that you're looking forward. And right now on my channel, this is going to be the only Minecraft video, but I'm going to be starting up a Minecraft series soon. So check into my channel, subscribe to it, so that you can see the series that's coming up. I hope I explained this update well for everyone, and I will see you all next time.